Number one, the first thing you have to do, I absolutely love the idea, the concept of slow travel. And that's what I've been really concentrating on here lately, on slow traveling, and particularly in Germany. Now, planning an itinerary for Germany, especially for slow travel approach, it takes some structured logistics that we really have to look at, some flexibility, because the whole point of this is to immerse yourself in culture, not rush, right? Well, number one, the first thing you have to do is establish your travel goals. You got to figure out, where do I want to go? Well, you should start doing this at least 6 months before you leave. You got to determine where you want to go. What are your goals? Where do you want to go? And do you want a mix of high energy days or low energy days, or a whole bunch of high days, a whole bunch of low days, whatever you want? Whatever you decide, it needs to come with a plan, right? So you need to focus on a region like Bavaria, or even North Germany, or anywhere else in Germany, Rhineland Falls area, Black Forest, anywhere in Germany. You just got to figure out where you want to go. Okay, but you also have to get the homework in too, right? Like budget, right? Budget is a big one. So you need to determine, how do I want to budget my trip? Because there's airline costs, right? There's train costs if you take the trains. There's car costs if you go to rent cars, all that good stuff. Okay. But the good thing about Germany, there is a lot of public transportation. I mean, which makes everything just stellar. All right. But you need to prioritize your costs. What am I going to spend? That's why you need to at least start 6 months ahead of time before you go. Now, once you establish where you want to go, you need to decide on, well, where should I fly into? Well, there's a lot of airports. There's Frankfurt, there's Berlin, there's Munich, and there's other ones too. There's smaller ones like Nuremberg and different other places too. But if you're starting from the north of Germany, or even mid Germany, going from north to south, you might want to go to FRA, which is Frankfurt. All right. If you want to go to Berlin and go out that way, you might want to fly in Berlin, especially if we go around Saxony and stuff like that. But it really doesn't matter, because Germany is pretty an awesome place to to travel. Very easy to get around. All right. But if you're going to Germany, say for the first time, I recommend Frankfurt. I would go to Frankfurt, especially if you can do the romantic road. You go from north to south down to Würzburg and Roten Oberntal and all those places there. I would start in Frankfurt. All right, but we're going to talk more about that later as we get going here. All right. Number two, okay, you need to map it out. You already established your region. You need to figure it out. Okay, you need to map it out. Where are my base stations going to be, right? So now here's the thing. Slow travel thrives on staying longer in fewer places rather than moving every single night, which I've done that in the past many, many times. But as I get younger in my younger age, I want to spend more time, where I'm at, and just immerse myself in the culture. Okay. So we need a base station. Now, one of my favorite places to stay, okay, is in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. I usually make Garmisch my base, and I go out from there. And you can too, because from there you can go to Salzburg, you go to Neuschwanstein Castle, and many other places too. Salzburg, Berchtesgaden. I mean, there's so much you could do from that base area. Okay. Well, some people might say, well, I want the city life and then branch out, which you could do that too. These are just some of my favorite things to do. Okay. But the romantic road, it's a map, and you got to prioritize that, right? You got Würzburg all the way down to Fusen, and there's some key stops along the way too, like I mentioned earlier, the Rotenburg Obentaba, all right, Augsburg. Those require at least a day, at least one full day in each of those places to relax and to take your time, maybe even 1 or 2 days, right? Okay. Well, number three would be booking transportation and your core accommodations. Right. You got to sleep somewhere. Right. You don't want to sleep on the bench. All right. But once you have your route all sketched out, you know where you're going. Okay. You need to find out. Okay, where am I going to stay? Am I going to stay in hotels? Am I going to stay in guest house? Am I going to stay or Airbnbs or Verbio or whatever? But you need to really establish your logistics because those prices fluctuate, right? Trains versus cars. Okay, number one, high speed ice trains. Right now they're the best for long distance rides before cities. And while cars, they're great for the scenic smaller towns of the romantic road, right? So if you could do the train route, I would purchase your tickets 2 to 3 months, right around there. You get the Super Saver fares, which is my favorite, and you can do that at the Deutsche Bahn app. You go to Deutsche Bahn. You can look it up on your desktop as well. But the Deutsche Bahn Super Saver fares, that's the best. You find the best deals getting them ahead of time, at least 2 to 3 months before you go. Now, if you decide to use a car, okay, do the same thing. Shop around for your car. Sometimes the airport is a little bit more expensive than if you go out maybe 10 minutes from the airport. But sometimes you might find a really good deal at I'll just say Frankfurt Airport or whatever airport that you want to go to, and find good deals. Always look at both. Don't say, well, I'm only going to look 20 miles out of a hotel. That's it. No, you look at both because those prices fluctuate, and you'd be really surprised on finding a good deal. All right. Now, number four, I would schedule all your activities. Okay, but leave some time for flexibility. Okay, flexibility. That's my word. I'm learning more and more every day, and because I love being flexible. Yes, it's great to have an itinerary, boom, 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 but always leave room for flexibility. Okay, but all the major landmarks like the Neuschwanstein Castle, okay, museums, they may require a half day, maybe even a full day to explore. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get your reservations in ahead of time. So pack everything that you need. I wouldn't recommend packing a bologna sandwich in there because you need refrigeration, but pack a little snack in your bag or whatever. So, just all the stuff that you need, right? Okay. Now, while we're talking about this, because all this stuff costs money, right? Has anybody ever found the money tree? I've never found the money tree. Not yet. Not yet. All right. But when you do, will you let me know? Let me know in the comments below. Have you found the money tree? All right. But this is part of your financial prep, okay? At least 30 days before of your departure, make sure you notify your bank, all your travel dates, and just notify them. Say you're going to be gone these days, these days, these days. Don't wait to the last minute because maybe you'll forget, okay? Yes, this happened to me before. I've taken groups before, and I preached. Make sure you contact your bank. Make sure you contact your bank over and over and over again. And I got to Frankfurt one time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't contact my bank. And here it was 6 o'clock in the morning, early. Everybody else had their stuff that I've been preaching to them. Hey, make sure you get it done. And yes, I had to wait a long time before I could get money out. Now I did have, I think I had 60 euros on me. I was okay, but still, it was that empty stomach feeling of, oh, why? How can this happen? It's just part of your planning, okay? And along with that, speaking of flexibility, you need to solidify your daily details, okay, with built-in flexibility. Always build in flexibility. Got to do it, okay? All right. Be mindful of the quiet days, the Ruhetag, public holidays, Sunday shop closures. All right. Now, one thing I like about Germany, which a bunch, Spaghetti Eis for one of them, is basically all the stores close down around 6 o'clock. You might be some couple stragglers, 7 or 8, especially some grocery stores, maybe. But on Sundays and public holidays, they're all closed. There might be some restaurants open. There will be restaurants open. A train station, there'll be some. You could get a bratwurst at a train station or whatnot. But generally, the shopping centers, The shops are closed on Sunday, including grocery stores. Okay, they're closed on Sunday, so keep that in mind. But again, I'm going to say this again. I know you're getting tired of hearing it, but it's so important. Stay flexible, okay? Because yes, you have an extended time frame, but keep your daily plan loose, right? Say, yeah, I want to do this today, this today, this today. The key thing about slow travel is don't rush, right? Just relax. Find a nice ice cafe. That's ice cream, and get this thing called Spaghetti Eis that I love, and you can sit there and enjoy your Spaghetti Eis and people watch. That's one of my favorite things to do. People watch, having some Spaghetti Eis and sipping coffee. Yes, with ice cream. It's good. All right. And another thing I want to share with you is learn some basic German. Right, like some basic phrases like "Hallo," hello. Danke means thanks. Dankeschön means thank you very much. Vielen Dank, thank you very much. Stuff like that, okay? And it will go a long way. Now, many Germans speak English. You'll be surprised, okay? Now, there's some that don't, but 99.9% will know some sort of English. But isn't it pretty cool to try to speak German? They appreciate it. And even if you're messing it up, okay, I mess it up all the time, okay, but I at least try because ich lerne Deutsch langsam. I'm learning Deutsch, German slowly, but I'm learning, and it's just a fun way to learn for me, and so it's worth a shot, okay. So now I hope this will help you here, and I want to extend something to you. If you need any help in making a set itinerary for Germany, please feel free to contact me. I don't charge anything but a smile. If you smile, it's absolutely free. If you have a prune face, it's $1,000,000, okay? But I'm here to help, and I love sharing my experiences in Germany and helping folks travel to Germany as much as possible, and as easy as possible, and as economically sound as possible, right? Before I forget, I almost did, okay, as far as money, like getting euros, okay? There are some people who like to get their euros before they leave the United States. That's cool. That's fine. But you also have fees, okay? You have fees and fees and fees on top of it, all that stuff. What I normally do, I should have mentioned this earlier. I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to leave it just like as it is. All right. Just wait till you get to Germany. Find the nearest ATM, not just any ATM, but a bank ATM. A national ATM. I'm not going to give a bank name. Okay. And there, at least get some euros until you can find another bank away from the airport or whatnot. So, yeah, I'm glad I thought of that. Anyways. Thank you so much for being here. And hey, follow along. I cannot wait to get back to Germany. It's coming soon. I'm going to have fresh vlogs coming out, and I can't wait. And if this is your first time, check out my old vlogs. I got a lot of vlogs of Germany time, and I'm always looking forward to my next trip. All right. Until then, Dankeschön, Tschüss, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Tschüssis. Oh.